this all about anyway? I mean, is it our duty as Muslims even to participate in these kind of events, or even to bring up issues such as, immigration and the DACA and all the stuff? And so is it just because some Muslims might be affected by that, or is it because it's a human thing? There is no doubt it's because it's a human thing. And as Muslims, we stand for justice. That's our duty as Muslims. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, before even he became Muslim, salawatullahi wa salam alayhi, before he became the Prophet, before he became the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was known for his participation with his community, observing to these things. And then later on when he became Prophet, and he was reminiscing these gatherings, he would be proud of it, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Like Hilf al-Fadul, for example. Hilf al-Fadul is one of those treaties the Arab they had in Mecca, due to the injustice that was done against some of the people, the visitors who come to Mecca. The people in Mecca, they're obviously the hosts, right? They're in charge, they're in power, they have the religious authority, they have the political authority, they have the financial authority, so they have it in their hands. When people used to come, obviously they trade with them. Some of them, they would abuse that authority and that power, and they take advantage of some of these people. Eventually, some of those people, when they brought their case publicly, the Arabs of the Quraysh eventually, or the sensible people among them, they said, you know what, that's not good. This is not good. We're representing Mecca, the religious elite, and so on. So at least we need to give the people their basic rights, that are to be just and fair for them against any kind of injustice, of abuse of power into the community. So the Prophet ﷺ says, I attended a gathering, Hilf, which means an alliance, that was done by the leaders of Quraysh in a house of Ibn Jad'an, one of the very famous leaders of Mecca at the time. He said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that Hilf was all about, that alliance was all about supporting the needy and eventually, stand for justice against the oppressor, in favor of the oppressed and so forth. He said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I've attended in the house of Ibn Jad'an. When he became a prophet, he said, I remember attending when I was young a gathering, an alliance in the house of Ibn Jad'an in regard to such and such situation. He said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if I would be invited to it today, while he was a messenger, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in Medina, if I would be invited today to join that alliance, he said, I will do it. I wouldn't hesitate. Even though these people are idol worshippers, but still he stands for justice. Because justice transcends above everything in this case. The khalq as-samawat wal-ard, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned, it was khalaqa as-samawat wal-ard, and then he placed the mizan, which means the balance. And that is the balance of justice. And if justice is kind of tipped off in either way, and we kind of create imbalance in the society, we will all suffer. Not just one. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Anfal, وَاتَّقُوا فِتْنَةً لَا تُصِيبَنَّ الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا مِنْكُمْ خَاصَّةً. Be aware of fitna. Means be aware of punishment or trials or ordeals, whatever that is. لَا تُصِيبَنَّ الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا مِنْكُمْ خَاصَّةً. That it wouldn't only attack or hit those who transgressed amongst you only. No. Which means if the injustice becomes common and prevails in a society, that means everybody, including the good people among them, will suffer as well. So the same thing happens for us here in this society as well. It doesn't matter who is, what case it is, whether it's related to subject of health care, seniors, for example, dealing with immigration, whatever that is. When it comes to justice, we need to be there. We need to be there, the first people to champion for the good cause of the community and the society, inshallah tabaraka wa ta'ala. Shaykh Umar Zallah Khair, he took on himself and other leaders to do so. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for them, Ya Rabbil Alameen. They need our support, inshallah ta'ala. We need to make sure that their case and their cause doesn't go in vain. So make sure that you stand for justice, inshallah. And one of those manifestations of that is tomorrow. I don't know what you guys know about tomorrow. You know what tomorrow, what is it tomorrow? Election day, right? Anyone doesn't know what's elections what is the elections all about? So you all know what elections, what do we guys voting for tomorrow, right? So tomorrow is very important. Don't say my vote doesn't count. Please take it seriously, Jama'ah. This is a very important, decisive election. We want you to take your family members who are eligible to vote, reach that age, alhamdulillah, take them out with you, let them vote, inshallah ta'ala. We want you to participate as one step towards, inshallah, establishing, justice, or bringing the balance, at least, inshallah ta'ala, in a better way, bin Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. Jazakum Allah khair, barakallahu fikum. So hopefully, inshallah, you can see